everybody, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be talking about not one, oh no, but two palettes from BH Cosmetics. We have the Foil Eyes and the Smoky Eyes palette. Yes! These are identical palettes except for the colors they're in. So we're going to talk about the packaging first. What applies to one applies to the other one, and then we have full swatches of every single shadow in both palettes. I know a couple of videos ago I did a video without swatches and you guys didn't like it so much. You let me know. So today I got swatches of every single pan in here. So let's get started. Both of these retail full price for $12, but they're often on sale for about $9. And considering that you get 28 pans in each one, it's a fabulous deal. And I love about 26 out of the 28 shadows in each palette. So you're getting 26 top quality shadows for no more than $12 plus another $5, let's say shipping. So for, let's say 17, let's do a little rounding. $17, 26 shadows that are high quality, not a bad deal at all. You get a plastic compact, it's kind of thin, it's lightweight, but it's pretty sturdy, and there's a latch closure, so you know it's closed, and you have this kind of frosted plastic top, so you can see the colors that are in there, but it's not the kind of plastic that's going to get super like fingerprinty and grody the minute you touch it. So I do appreciate that. There's just something about the frostedness that I like a little bit more than a straightforward clear top. But that's just me. So which one do I have here? This is the Foil Eye, so we'll talk about this one first. Let's open this bad boy up. Now, the idea is these are wet, dry shadows. So if you apply them dry, they are pearlescent and metallic. I just realized I'm missing a fingernail. That's attractive. Let's hide that finger back there. These are foil metallic shades. If you apply them dry, you're gonna get a nice kind of pearlescent sheen, but if you apply them wet, you're gonna get full freaking pigment foil metallic fabulousness. My favorite shade, as you can probably tell, is this one right here, and unfortunately there are no names, but it's this gorgeous kind of red-green duochrome color. It has a rusty base with a slight green duochrome. Can you see that right there? You'll see it better when I do my swatch drop-ins, but it's just a really beautiful, unusual color. It's somewhat similar to MAC's Sun Pepper pigment, but the duochrome is more of a green than a cream, and it's lighter than the duochrome shade in the Wet n Wild Comfort Zone palette. It's less green and it's more red and less brown. How's that for a confusing description? Than MAC Club. So it is a fairly unique shade. I love it a lot. I'm actually wearing it in my kind of outer eye area right now. And I just think every single one of these shadows is beautiful. And let's go into some swatches now. So I'm going to point out what I like and the two that are kind of duds. Now, the swatches for this video, they're forearm swatches, and I did put primer down first because I figured, well, I would never, ever in a million billion years apply shadow on a bare ass eyelid, so why would I do a swatch that way? No good reason whatsoever. So you're going to get a primed arm with swatches done with a small flat brush, and the brush was just very slightly damp, like a little like fairy fart of water on there, just because, especially with this palette, I wanted you guys to be able to see the full pigment with the foil effect, hence the moistness. So onto the swatches. So these are the first two rows of the Foil Eyes palette. Now these first shadows, they're a little bit tricky to see, but it's just because they're so light. They really are richly pigmented. The dud shadow is, do you see that bronze right in the middle, right there? It's the shade directly to the right of it. It was just a little bit patchy, a little bit hard to work with, but it's really not a bad shadow. It's just not as good as the other ones. And then you can see the vibrancy of the other colors is really astounding. These are the bottom two rows of the Foil Eyes palette, and it's the same deal. You can see just how fabulously pigmented and smooth they are. There's my favorite duochrome shadow right in the middle. And again, it's the shade that's directly to the right that was just a little bit tricky to work with to get an even application. But it's not a bad shadow. It's just not as fabulous as the others. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Smoky Eyes palette. Same kind of palette. Let's open her up. These shadows all have kind of a gray undertone to them so that you can use them for smoky effects. Maybe the one exception I would say would kind of be this red down here. It's a very cool toned red, almost a berry shade, but it really has kind of less of a gray cast than the others. But these are just wonderfully wearable colors. You have a lot of purples, you have a lot of blues, you have some grays, you have some greens. It's kind of a diverse palette. Most of these shades are a little bit pearly or metallic. There's a couple that are matte. Again, there's only about 2 duds in here. The rest are wonderful. Unfortunately, one of the duds, when I say dud, what's coming to my mind is this smoky kind of blue-green right here. Unfortunately, the pigmentation in this one is really not there. And the other one, if memory serves, is actually this down here. It's kind of the same thing. There's just really not a lot of color in it. Every other shade, though, is very, very pigmented. Now, granted, some of them are light, but that's fine. That's not a bad thing. But those two, for some reason, just the pigment people were asleep at the switch. Anyway, onto the swatches. This is the first row of the Smokey Eyes palette. I'm particularly partial to the purple and the green and the taupe at the end. You can see that kind of dudderino is right next to the green color. It's so unfortunate because it's really pretty. It's just not very pigmented. And this is the second row. These are all just fabulous. That purple has a lovely quasi duochrome to it, which is really neat. And again, we have some beautiful taupe colors, which are my jam. But you can see that even the matte shadows here are applying very evenly. They were very blendable and easy to work with. And these are the bottom 2 rows of the Smokey palette. We have some gorgeous purples and pinks. The silver colors that are in here are super metallic, super, super easy to work with, very, very creamy. I know I keep using those words, but it's really the best way to describe it. There's that gorgeous berry-toned red in the middle, and then we round out the palette with some more smoky kind of plums and purples, a blue, and as you can see, the last color right by my hand is the second dud. It's a beautiful color, but unfortunately there's just practically no pigment in it, so you can barely see it. Okay guys, hope you like the swatches. Now, final analysis on both of these. I love them both. These are a phenomenal investment for not a lot of money. I would almost not call them an investment because you're spending so little money. I mean, think about it. You could buy the Urban Decay Naked palette for $54. And how many shades are you getting in there? Versus you buy this, 28 plus 28 is 56. And you only have, let's say you have 4 duds in both palettes combined. So you're now at 52 shadows for what? If you pay full price, $24 plus shipping. If you get it on sale, $18 plus shipping. You do the math. It's a really great value. Neither one of these come with brushes, but again, that's not a problem for me because we all have our own favorite brushes. We all have our own favorite ways to apply things. You probably own brushes already, and if you don't, you can buy them from BH too, or you can just tootle on over to the drugstore. There's good brands of brushes that are available. You know, I'm partial to Flower and I'm very partial to Real Techniques. There's no need to spend a ton of money. You don't need Artiste brushes for everything, people. You don't. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this review. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. That really is the best way for you to help the channel grow, and I really appreciate it a ton. Hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for spending time with me. I will be back real soon with my next video, so until then, have a good one. Bye!